I had this dream in Istanbul, and it was a particularly vivid dream, and I was thinking while I was having it, oh, this is like a story, it somehow still had awareness while I was dreaming. And then there was the call to prayer, which woke me up. I was very frustrated because I wanted to, see what the dream had in store for me. And I tried to go back to sleep, but realizing I wasn't going to, I just kind of recorded what I had remembered, which was everything. If you jot down what a dream is a few minutes after it, you pretty much still have it alive in your memory.
It takes me a long time to understand a story because I just read it and I'm immediately attracted to what's happening to the characters. So you try to just be very sensitive at the first time you read a story or a screenplay, because you're kind of collecting your own, like Francis said about the dream, it's sort of the same thing for an actor. So this guy's a writer who's stuck, and I've been writing a screenplay for about 6 years, so it was very familiar territory, but it was just exciting and fun. There's so many great elements in it. Like the film, you're stimulated, you're not sure what genre you're in sometimes, and whether it's real or whether it's part of a dream.
In this story, I knew that there was no ending and that it was about kind of a murder, because that was the way the story seemed to be set up, but I didn't realize it was going to take me to something I haven't ever admitted to myself, which is my own. Every parent feels that they're responsible for whatever might happen to their kid, and you don't let yourself off on that. And I didn't realize how much I felt personally responsible for what had happened those 24 years ago, because I should have been there.
Well, when you're working together, as we were, when the actor's working with the director, when it's a real director, you're trying to please them. You're trying to figure out what makes them say, yes, that's the guy or that's the scene. And then you also want to be free, and you ideally want, and you don't always get it, most often not, where the director allows you to be free to not know what's happening, because that's what we're all going through. You want to be present in the scene and having these strange kind of secrets in your head that when the circumstance, the action, or the artificial construction of the scene happens, you have an honest reaction. And with Francis, he's so good at his job. I'm laughing because it's not like a job. Yeah, come in or not, and it's like we're not really on a set, because in your mind you're not really on a set, you're in the experience. He has a way where it's so comfortable that you're not involved in the same kind of regular anxiety that you have to get over anyway. So you're looking for ways to also then fight against the whole construct, which means the writing as well, your own preconceived ideas about being good or what the director thinks is good, and be willing to be criticized by a mighty man.
My feeling, my instinct was, of course, it was such a big theater yesterday, and there was so many people that I felt there was more sense of a population from the area as really being a festival of the people who live here. I don't know if that's true, but that was my impression, that it was film festivals are complicated business relationships between elements of the community, but in this case I felt the Toronto people were, it was their festival more.
It just feels like Toronto is I don't know how to say it without sounding like criticizing other festivals. It just feels like a real film festival for the community that's also a really big international film festival. It's, there are other festivals that have their own great character, but I was really happy to find out this is where we were coming.